Something I've been thinking about recently is how things like anxiety, fear, terror, despair were treated in certain older ideas or views of human development and progression, not on a civilizational scale, but as individuals. And what I mean is that in our let's take our society. We see anxiety and stress as inherently bad, and we try to mitigate them in all circumstances, either through medication or therapy, or perhaps social change, something of that nature. Whereas in, say, medieval, early modern forms of Christianity, there was an idea that some forms of anxiety are good because they show us that there's something wrong. There's something wrong with ourselves, that we are sinful, and thus they shake our predispositions to trust ourselves rather than God, to chase after sinful things, and begin a process of, potentially a process of repentance and self-reformation. And so actually something like fear, when directed in a good way towards things which we should be afraid of, is actually a good emotion to have. Anxiety, dread, is the right emotion to have when you are facing the prospect of eternal damnation, and is a spur to changing your desires, changing what you love, and turning to God in confession, in contrition. And then, even after you have found faith, you may feel sorrow for the things that you've done, the things that you continue to get wrong, and continually seek to improve yourself. And so this is a very different attitude to the one that we have today, and I can't help but feel that the attempt to annihilate the place of these emotions, to see them as only bad, actually has a detrimental effect. It means it's in effect it prevents the potential for growth of the individual. It also prevents the potential for change in our society. Because oftentimes the kinds of social change that are called for are not radical enough or wide-ranging enough to deliver the peace that people are seeking. We would need a fundamental overhaul. So I think that actually this therapeutic medicalization of our emotions is very dangerous for us as humans.